Welcome to your English lesson for Monday, May 4th. Today we're going to we finished off our animal reports and we're talking about poetry. Now, if you have not finished your animal report today, please make sure that you stop this video and that you actually go and finish your report. Okay, your acrostic poem shouldn't take you very long, and you'll find out when you watch the rest of this video. But if you have not finished your animal report, please do that today. You still have tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday until your acrostic poem is due. It's due on Wednesday. So if you need the time to work on your report, please go ahead and do that now. So for those of you who are still with me, we are starting our poetry unit. And actually last week you did some work around poetry for your song that you did for Miss Rochelle. So those of you who wrote your animal song, that was kind of starting our poetry unit. And I did kind of hint about the importance of doing it so you could get a head start. So thank you to those of you who did. So poetry is just a great way of being creative and expressing your emotions, and anyone can do it. So today you guys are going to all be poets. So we are going to start by doing some acrostic poems. So what is an acrostic poem? Well, it's a poem that uses lots of descriptive words and adjectives. And you guys all know what descriptive words and adjectives are and are really good at using them. So an acrostic poem goes up and down. So if you see here, okay, now I don't know if you can see this, but I've spelled out Julia for Miss Julia, okay? So it goes, spell it down and up, okay? And what it is you spell out the word, which we spelled here. So remember, I use the name Julia for Miss Julia. And then what you do is you use an adjective or describing word to describe the person or thing that the poem's about. So Miss Julia is joyful and energetic. She is the ultimate karaoke star. She is loving and generous. She is interested in animal life. She is ambitious and determined to succeed. Okay? So those are some really good adjectives that we've used to describe Miss Julia. So here are some adjectives that you'll need to know for your acrostic poem today, and that is because you are going to write about your animals from your animal report. Okay, so remember how Miss Julia she wrote about brown bears. So what you need to do is you're going to think about everything that you learned about brown bears, and you're going to try and write an acrostic poem about them. Okay, so here we have our BROWN for brown and BEAR for bear. Okay, so the first word, so what happened is Miss Julia kind of wrote in a little sentence. Okay, so for B, she wrote blends in with deep brown fur. For R, rabbits and other small animals are yummy. Okay, and that means that's what they eat. Okay, old age is at around 25 years old, so she's talking about the life cycle. Winter is when they hibernate. They're never afraid because they are high on the food chain. They are beautiful, gigantic creatures. They are excellent hunters with strong muscles and a hump. The average height is close to 1 meter tall, and they rarely have blonde fur. Okay, so we've used adjectives. We've kind of written a little sentence here about each part of the brown bear. So this is a really good example. So basically what you're going to do is you are going to take your animal's name and you're going to write them up and down just like this. Here's a cheetah. This one says penguin. Okay. Now, the word that you use, so your adjective, it must start with that letter. So what that means is this one, eat seeds and roots. Well, eats doesn't start with a B, so you can't put it for B. What you could do is move it down and put it for E. You could have eats, seeds, and roots for seeds. For the next one, okay, for bear. So you need to use your research and your animal report to help you decide what to say about your animal on each line, okay? Just an adjective is not grade 3 level. At this point in the year, you should be able to tell me a little bit more about your animal. So even if it's something like this, so this is what I wrote for penguin. So I wrote playful, energetic. They're native to Antarctica because they live in Antarctica. They grow from a chick, okay? They live in an unbelievably cold habitat. They are interesting and they are not afraid of water because they like to swim. So I've used a mixture of just 1 or 2 adjectives, but I've also added a little bit more to the sentences to explain the animals and their habitat and different things, okay? So this is this is a grade 3 level. Here is another one for a lion that I did. Now this one's a little bit more advanced, but again, I didn't use as many words as Miss Julia did for brown bear, and this one's just as good. So lion, lazes in the sun, inhabits Africa, owns the grassland, and has nice big teeth, okay? So I've used words with, again, made some sentences, just some small sentences. They don't have to be very long, and talked about different things that the lion does, okay? So basically, I'm going to be sending you guys this page, the animal acrostic poem. You can use it if you want, otherwise you can just use a piece of paper, and you are going to write down your animal across it. So if I did lion, I would write lion like this, okay? And then I would put my acrostic poem words here. So I would have lazes in the sun, okay? Inhabits Africa, blah, 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 okay? Owns the grassland, and nice big teeth, let's say. Okay, so obviously you're going to make it a lot nicer than this. This is not the best work that I've ever done, okay? But what you're going to do is you're going to decorate it, you're going to make it beautiful, okay? So you're really going to try and make this your very best work. So this is going to be, you can't just write your poem. I want to see some pictures. Maybe you add a picture, maybe I should have added a picture of a lion. Maybe I add some color to it. Maybe I write the word lion in a different color. That's a good idea. So I can see the difference. And that's all you need to do. That's the only work you have today, okay? So you just need to make sure that you use a lot of exciting, juicy, or wow words, and make sure that your spelling of these words is correct. So you can use a thesaurus to help you find words, okay? And remember that you need to have something about the animal. So you can't really, I don't want to see every single one like this, where you just have one word. I want to see them as many as you can, where you're writing more like these sentences, okay? If you have more sentences than you do just one adjective, I'll be very happy and I will approve it, no problem, okay? But please make sure that, as we have here, the first letter goes with the word. So playful starts with a P, energetic starts with an E, native to Antarctica, okay? So hopefully that helps with what you need to do for your acrostic poem. If you need more help for websites, remember we have, if we go way back, we have this one here where you can choose some of these words. Or I found some others, just a couple websites that can help you. These might have some extra help for you to find some words, okay? Now remember, please try to do this on your own and come up with the words on your own. If you need help with spelling, you can ask mom and dad, but you should come up with the words on your own, okay? You can use these websites for help, and again, use the thesaurus and a dictionary if you have one. Otherwise, that's it, and good luck. Remember that this is due on Wednesday, so you have today to work on it, you have tomorrow, Tuesday, to work on it, And remember to submit it to me on Wednesday when we have our next English lesson. I cannot wait to see what you have created and how great you are at writing poems, and I look forward to reading them.